Okay, goed, dan sê hulle vir jou bepaal die vergelyking van die symmetrie as van F met 'n gradiënt kleiner as 0. So remember, for the hyperbole, you always have one ascending axis of symmetry, which is the one with a positive gradient, and then you have one descending one. So, daar's verskillende maniere om hulle uit te werk. Ek kan onthou laas jaar het van julle die fancy manier gebruik. Hulle loop mos so en jene. En so. Okay. So we're looking for this one's equation. Okay? En kan julle onthou dit beteken sy gradiënt gaan gelyk wees aan -1. Okay? And this one, if they were asking for that one has a gradient of 1. No? I'm the wrong way around. This one is ascending, so this one is 1. This one is descending, so this one is -1. En hulle soek vir die een met m kleiner as 0. So met ander woorde, dit is hierdie ene wat ons die vergelyking van soek. Okay. Ek gaan sommer gou al twee hersien dat julle net onthou om hulle te doen. So the way that I always do these is I say this one, we know already the gradient, so we know that it will be negative x plus c. Okay? Terwyl by hierdie ene weet mens mos al y is gelyk aan x plus c. Once again, you don't have to do this one for this question paper, but just so that you remember how to do it. So as hulle gesoek het vir die stygende ene, het jy daai ene gedoen. Okay. Now you have a point that they cross and it is that point. So jou asse van symmetrie gaan altyd deur die twee asymptote gaan. Okay, so dan gaan jy net en jy gaan stel daai punt in. And then you solve for C. Doen enige vir een van julle dit op 'n ander manier wat jy soos 'n in hakkies 'n pluskie en dan buite die hakkies plus P sulke goeters? There is another way to do them with like a fancy formula. Niemand is, so ek hoef jy daarna te kyk. Okay, so then you just substitute that in. Like that. This becomes positive. So C is equal to -5. So Y is equal to negative X minus 5. Dis die een wat hulle daar gesoek het. En dan as hulle sê nou maar hierdie ene gesoek het, het jy nou net by hom ook dit gaan instel en hom opgelos. But the learner asking these. As hulle hyperbool gaan kry, gaan hulle vir julle iets vra van sy asse van symmetrie. They like it. Yeah? Okay. Struggle is so real. You okay? You could be writing on trigonometry as well.
No, nothing.
Okay. Goed. Volgende vraag vra hulle vir julle oor die definisieversameling. So let's quickly just talk about these. Remember, the domain in Afrikaans die definisieversameling is die x-waardes. So alle waardes van x waarvoor die grafiek bestaan. Kom ons praat sommer gou oor hulle almal. 'n Reguit lyn gaan dit wees x is 'n element van alle reële getalle. Vir 'n parabool gaan dit ook wees x is 'n element van alle reële getalle. Die hiperbool is die enigste een wat snaaks is. Hy's ook x is 'n element van alle reële getalle, maar hy het nog 'n stuk by. So for this one, you actually don't have to write the x is an element of all real numbers. This is the part that you will be getting marks for. X cannot be equal to Q, no, P, which is the asymptote of the x-axis. Okay, so kom gou vinnig, in hierdie geval stem julle saam. As ons nou 2.3 wil beantwoord, gaan ons antwoord wees x is gelyk aan, x is 'n element van alle reële getalle, behalwe x kan nie gelyk wees aan -2 nie. Because our asymptote is running through -2. Okay. En dan die laaste grafiek wat ons doen is mos 'n eksponensiële grafiek. Once again, x is an element of all real numbers. Okay. Terwyl ons besig is met hom, wil julle gou vinnig die waardeversameling ook hersien? The range, which is all the y values. Okay, so when we're doing range in Afrikaans waardeversameling, wat beteken dis die y-waardes? For a straight line, it's y is the element of all real numbers. For a parabola that has its arms pointing upwards, its y is bigger than or equal to, you have to put the equal sign there, key. Which is the y value of the turning point. Okay, as die parabool so lyk, dan is dit y is kleiner as of gelyk aan q. Want hy lê onder hom. Yeah. Oh, do you want to see those? Hy lyk so dan. Soos daai en hierdie ene gaan wees. No. Sorry, you can't include infinity. Like that. Good? Okay, by die hyperbool, y is 'n element van alle reële getalle behalwe y kan nie gelyk wees aan q nie. And in this case, q is the other asymptote, né? Die horisontale asymptote. So if we had to write down the range of the one that we're doing now, it would have been y is an element of all real numbers except y cannot be equal to -3. Want ons horisontale asymptoot loop deur -3. Good, good? And then the last one is a bit tricky. Okay. So onthou by 'n eksponensiële grafiek, ons gaan nie na een hersien, het hy net een asymptoot. It only has a horizontal asymptote. But then you have to look at the graph and see if it's above the horizontal asymptote, then y will be bigger than the value of the asymptote. En as hy onder die asymptoot lê, dan gaan y kleiner as die waarde van die asymptoot wees. Do not include the asymptote. So, wees versigtig. By die parabool is dit groter as of gelyk aan. By die eksponensiële grafiek is dit net groter as, because you cannot include an asymptote. Ja? Okay. Now they say, if the values where f of x is equal to g of x are 0 and -5, for which values of x is f of x bigger than or equal to g of x? Okay. Het ek hierdie grafiek gister geteken? Ja, okay. I'm going to redraw it quickly. Yeah, 2.4. Okay, so hulle sê vir ons daai waarde van x is 0 en hulle gee vir ons daai waarde van x is minus 5. And now they're looking for where will f of x be bigger than or equal to g of x. Okay, so hierdie een is f of x. And the straight line is g of x. So we are looking for where will the green graph be above the orange graph. So stem julle saam, hierdie stukkie van my grafiek is my groen grafiek bo my oranje grafiek. Okay, and for that part, that carries on into infinity. Okay, so let's write down that bit first. That bit will be x smaller than or equal to negative 5. Why do I include the negative 5? Hy's by hom, né? Hulle vra mos waar is hy gelyk aan hom? Ook. They're looking for where it is equal to as well. So because that is an intercept, I have to include it. Do you agree? Okay, so I'm looking from left to right through my graph now. So as ek nou van links na regs kyk hierso, and then orange is above green for this section. No. Do you see that there orange is above green? Okay. But then from that asymptote, green jumps and it goes above orange as well. Ach, again. Yeah. sien julle dit? So that will be from the asymptote, which is negative 2. Up until 0. Okay, now we are only including one of those two. Can you tell me which one we are including and why? Good. Why? So much confidence. Because they're looking for when the two graphs are equal to one another. So you have to include the intercepts. And do you see that they cut one another at 0? Okay? Hoekom sluit ons nie die minus 2 in nie? It's an asymptote. And at an asymptote, the one graph doesn't exist. So it can't be bigger than or smaller than or equal to something because it doesn't exist on the asymptote. So when you are doing these, check yourself that you are not including an asymptote. Okay? We never, ever, ever include an asymptote. We only include intercepts when they are looking for and equal to. If they didn't, then we didn't include the intercepts either. Yeah. Okay, so daar is die antwoord daar. But while we are on this one, I just quickly want to revise another type of question. Where they say, let's say, f of g times f of x is bigger than or equal to 0. Do you guys remember those? Okay, for those you have to go and you have to divide them up. So you have to say, if we're looking at the hyperbole, hy verander net van teken hier. Alles aan hierdie kant, nee ek jok, hy verander van teken daar ook. Hierso is hy negatief, daar is hy positief, en dan is hy weer negatief.